In this video, we will discuss how to select elements from NumPy and in general how to use the arrays. Let's first import NumPy. Import NumPy SNP. Now let's create a sample array. My array equals np.arrange. And let's say from 0 to 6. Let's have a look at the array. Print my array. And here is the result, the numbers from 0 to 6 and not including 6. Simplest way to pick up one of the elements is like this. Write the name of the array, my array, then square brackets, and then write the index of the point. Let's say 3. Or if you want a range of numbers, put inside the brackets the starting and the end points of the desired range. But remember that last point is not included. Let's say my array square brackets and from 0 till 4. And here is the result. You can skip the first point if you are starting from 0. So my array from 0 to 4 is the same as my array square brackets and only 4. Or if you want everything until the end, you can skip the end point. For example, let's say we want to select from the element index 3 until the end. We can write like this. So we will select only the last 3 elements, 3, 4, and 5. If you want to change some numbers in your array, you can write my array square brackets, let's say from 0 to 3 equals 5. This will take the numbers from 0 to 3 and make them to be equal to 5. Let's have a look, my array. And here is the result. The first 3 elements are 5 and the others are the same as it was. Now let's have a look at the indexing of a 2D array or a matrix. Let's create a 2D array or a matrix, np.array. And we should write 2 lists here, or 2 arrays, 0, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5. Let's print it out, array 2D. We forget the second parenthesis, and here is the result. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's take the number 0, which is located on the first row and first column. For that, we can write the name of our matrix, array 2D, then 2 square brackets, and we should write 0 for the rows and 0 for the column. Let's make another example, and let's, for example, pick up 4, which is located on the second row and second column. Array 2D. Again, 1 square brackets for a row and the other for a column, and 1 and 1. So here is the 4. Another method is by separating them with a comma. Array 2D. Let's pick this. Let's pick up this time 3, which is located on the second row and first column. So second row and first column. And here is the result. Do not remember that here also the indices started from 0. That's why the second row has index 1. Now I will show how to take some part of the of a matrix. Let's say we want to take the numbers 0, 1, and 3 and 4. For that, we should write array 2D square brackets from 0 to and again. And here are the numbers 0, 1, 3, and 4. So for our first row with index 0, the numbers are 0, 1, and 2, and the second row is 3, 4, and 5, which is index 1. The numbers that we want to take are located on both of these rows. That's why we write from 0 to 2, because we should take 0 and 1 rows. But then we should mention also the columns. The numbers that we want to take are located on the columns 0 and 1. We don't take the column 2. And that's why we write on the column side from 0 to 2. Now let's take the numbers 1, 2, and 4, 5. For that, we should write, so columns 1, 2, 4, and 5, the numbers 1, 2, 4, 5. That's why we should take, again, rows 0, 2, and 1, 2. Sorry, 3. So we should take both rows, and from the columns, we should take first column, with the column with index 1 and the column with index 2. Let's create a single dimensional array. Array, let's say 1, np.arrange from 1 to 6. If you want to check some condition on this array, for example, are the numbers greater than 3, you can write array 1 greater than 3. And it will return a Boolean array, which will clearly show which numbers exactly are greater than 3. So as we can see here, the last two numbers are greater than 3. You can create a new variable and assign this new Boolean array to that variable. Array, let's say bool equals array 1 greater than 3. And let's check array bool. So here is the result. Or if you want to select as an array the numbers that are greater than, for example, than 3, you can write array 1, and then in parentheses, in square brackets, you can write the condition that you want to apply. This will return an array where all the numbers are greater than 3. Now we will talk about some array operations. Let's create a new array, my array. Again, let's take from 0 to 6. And let's start with addition. If you want to add to array, simply write my array plus my array. This will return an array, the elements of which are the sums of the elements of two arrays. We can also write the same way for subtraction. For example, my array minus my array. And also multiplication. We can simply add a number to all the elements of the array by writing my array, let's say, plus 100. This also works for multiplication or subtraction. For example, my array, let's say, times 5. When you want to divide two arrays and there is a 0 there, you will get a warning, but the code will still return a result with a NaN value where the 0 was, as you cannot divide a number to 0. For example, my array divided by my array. So here is the result, here is the warning, and a NaN value instead of 0, and the others. You can also apply square operation by writing my array and let's say 2. There are also some useful functions for other operations. For example, if you want to calculate the square root of an array, you can write np.sqrt and then in the parentheses, my array. Or you can find the maximum element by simply writing np.max and my array, or minimum value, as you can guess, np.min, my array. And also you can find the argument, the index of maximum or minimum values. For example, np.argmax, my array, or np.argmin my array. Or simply you can write my array dot max, do not forget parentheses, or my array dot min with parentheses. Thanks, that's all. If you liked the video, please subscribe for more videos.